Hello, everybody. Stephanie Arcady here. Hey, I wanted to have a very serious, candid conversation with my listeners. The thought I've had a few conversations this weekend or this past week that have been very, very deep. And some things actually came out in those conversations that I knew and that I believed, but never said them out loud, and kind of surprised myself. And I said, oh man, I do believe this is something that I need to share on a larger scale versus just here in my living room with a family or friend conversation. There's a lot of different things that brought this conversation about. My mom came down for Thanksgiving, and every opportunity I got, I was trying to jump on the computer to do my daily blog posts, to engage with my followers, to engage with my friends and family on Facebook, to respond to people on Empire Avenue, to check my stock, my social media stock, just working, and my mom just could not understand it. She was like, why are you on this computer so much? What could you possibly be doing? And how does that possibly make you, how does that make you money? And I really didn't go into detail with her because the mode that she was in when she asked the question, she would not have been ready for the answer. Okay, she wouldn't have accepted the answer. She would have caught me off. She says that I'm too detail oriented, meaning that, she asked me a simple question. Instead of me answering the question right away, I beat around the bush. And I'm like, beat around the bush? I'm like, no, I'm actually trying to lay the foundation of what I'm saying so that when I tell you what it is, it makes, it kind of makes sense to you. But she never lets me get to that point. But I listen to what people say when they say that I may not explain myself well, or I may not communicate my thoughts very clearly. I do listen to that, and I'm taking heed to that. And anything that I'm doing, saying, in regards to my communication that may make it ineffective, I'm doing my best to correct that, because I do want to be an excellent communicator. And I'm learning from my mentors and from the books that I read and the successful people that I follow, that sales is basically communication. The more effective your communication, the more effective your selling ability is. The more effective you are when it comes to getting your point across, or getting your message across, or conveying the information to a person that allows them or motivates them to take action, that type of stuff. But let me get back to this conversation that I want to have with you. Some things came up this weekend that was related to spirituality, was related to God and the belief in God, was related to, is there a heaven or a hell? And just some deep stuff, not stuff that you sit around and talk about every day, but it was really deep. And I don't look forward to those type of conversations, but I don't shy away from them either. I feel like, if nothing else, I have my personal experience to base my opinion, my thoughts, and my beliefs from, So this is what I had shared. And after I shared it, it just hit me so deep in my gut. I could not stop thinking about it. We were all created. Our Creator created us, regardless to who you believe in, whether you think you ascended from a monkey, or whether you think that you were created in the image of God. However you think you got here, you had to be created to get here. But I will say this to anybody, regardless of your beliefs. You were created for a reason. And that reason, when you were created with a certain mission in mind. You were created with a personality. There's billions of us on this planet, and we all have individual personalities. Those personalities dictate how we talk. They dictate how we react to people. They dictate how we think. We have certain desires that have been put in us. We have certain passions that have been put in us. We have things that we like and dislike. We have physical characteristics. We have physical abilities and mental abilities that have all been put inside of us from conception on purpose for a reason. And all of those things were put in us in order to play our part while we're here, regardless to what time frame that may be, whether that be 6 months. I'm sorry. I had a goddaughter that passed away at 6 months, and I apologize. Whether that be 6 months or whether that be 88 years. That's how old my grandmother was when she passed. And regardless to what time frame your life will be in, there's something that you're supposed to do in that lifetime. There are desires in you that you need to act upon within that lifetime. There are people that you are required to touch within that lifetime. There are people that you were assigned to love within that lifetime. You're here for a reason. And the most powerful achievement that you could ever accomplish is to figure out what that is and to do it. All those desires, personality traits, characteristics, and abilities that God gave us. And there's one more thing that we were born with. We were born with talents. And those talents are in conjunction with all of the other things that I spoke on, the skills, the personality, the desires, the characteristics, the talents. All those things are in you for you to play a part and to contribute to the greater good of all of us, to play a part and to contribute to society.